Greetings, Minecrafters! Nonsanity here, and welcome to yet another episode of the live stream of the FTOG Feed the Beast Infinity Evolved Expert Mode server. I don't have my co-host today, just you and me, and everything else I've built. Time to build the last of the creative items. Let's get started. I went down again, didn't I? Up. There we go. Alright. I decided that there was one other semi-creative item. It's not really creative, but I want it back. I had made one before. Let's see, where am I going here? Oh, yeah. I still have him. Isn't he great? Alright, so this is done. Yeah, I want to get another Ichor Wrapped, Ichor Craft, Ichor Thicky, Ichor Wandy, Icky Wand. And I want another Icky Wand. I was recharging my other wands to help pay for all this. Use that one. Alright, so I've got the caps. Now I need the rod, which is 2 Ichor Cloth, 1 Ichor, 2 Salus, and a gas tier. So 2 of the, just 1 Ichor, I think. What was it? Oh, here. Yeah, 2 Salus Mundus. Give me that back. 2 Salus Mundus. I've got some of those. And a tier. Got lots and lots of tiers. Ghasts were crying all over the place. I'm going to need some more Lux. Let me make some torch. I got them to the stream. What was I doing? I was making Thumbcraft over here. I want to make the silverwood rod. So I do need a block of silverwood. Get one of those. I've been having a hard time getting stuff to actually come into the chest here. Did it make it? It did make it. Can I get it out? I can get it out. Alright. That's a big step. Now toss all these in here. They should go down to all the pillars, except one. Why except one? Which one didn't make it? Oh no, that's right. It's an odd number. Here, move this one. Because we have the 4 colors, the white and the black, and then the balanced. So, I can activate that. And I've got all those in there for sure. Hello, real life. You are not late. You just made it in time for the closing ceremonies, which is this entire episode. So you made it. Hello. I don't know if this is the very last episode, but this is, I think, the last of the crafting of the big stuff. If there is a final episode, it'll be me playing around or finally finishing little details like these stairs on all the entryways here and the flowing glowstone and all the other... I made far too many of these gaps to fill with the flowing glowstone. I might use the builder. That is really wandering away from the center point, isn't it? It's because I put another layer of skulls down. The more of those you put down there, the more wandery the runic thing gets. Hello, A-Weaver. So that's finishing up. Just 2, 1 more. But I missed my Icky Wand, so I wanted to recreate it. So that goes in the center. And those go everywhere else. Alright, so 1 of those, 2 of those, 2 of those, and 1 of those. Oh, and it needed Lux. I forgot about that. Is this thing empty? Yes, toss the torches in there. They should burn quick. How much Lux does it need? Start it up. 32. Yeah, I got 2. plenty of precontatio. And got enough instrumentum. Good. So it'll going to get stuck when it gets to the lux, but it'll get there eventually. It only has to go through half a stack of those torches, I think. Why is it stuck at 2? They're burning. Oh no, it has to go through the whole stack. Needs 32? Yeah, it needs to do the... Oh no, yeah, it only needs half the stack. Only needs half the stack. There it goes. It's going up now. I put some coal in it before. Why is the spirit black? I did reload my textures. Hello, Raphael. The demon invasion is in its own dimension. It's big, but it took forever to get the demons. I was there last episode. Make an insanely OP flowing glowstone generator. Nah. I might use the RF Tools builder to recreate all the base things that hold the glowstone. That might be something to do. Alright, yeah, it's now only running as fast as the chemical furnace over here can melt them. It's all this stuff in here will slowly come out. 22, yep, it'll work. And it's so stable I can leave it. It won't do anything bad. So that's making the Ikorum Silverwood Wand core, and then I just have to put it together to make the wand. Which won't show up in here, will it? No. For some reason it won't. Too bad the Orichalcum Studded Cosmic Neutronium Wand, which is a creative item, is not available, but that would be sort of really OP, I think. That would be insanely OP. So, yeah. But the other thing I'm going to do is finish the angel ring. Because the angel ring, go back to angel, takes all this stuff. This was just crafting. I was doing the start of the thermostatic harness. At the end of the last episode, I had these 3 things, and I was making my way through tossing stuff in the kettle and cauldron to make the witchery stuff, but it just takes a long time. So I ended up doing that off camera. I put these together, got the thermostatic harness. Everything else was just straight up crafting, or I already had it. The only other thing that I had to make were the cracked runic plates, and they're just imbued slates and concentrated callus. The alchemy set, I had those things. Just had to toss them in. These are just a whole lot of crafting. I had a lot of the pieces already. I even had the advanced heat vents back from when I was doing reactors. I mean, all this, I had some of this stuff. I had to make some of the rest of it. It was actually pretty easy to assemble all that. And I have all that stuff collected together now. How would it be? OP? Just infinite magic. Not that, I don't have almost infinite magic. I just have to go over to my mob farm, jump in there, and stand there while all the slimes die around me. Okay, which I may have to do one more time. So these 2, and it needs 100. Do I have 100? I do. There we go. I've got my Ikorum adorned ichor cloth strapped silverwood wand back again. And then I do need to charge it up. But I don't have to do that right now. Because that's just me standing in a noisy pit. Well, does anybody want to see how I charge them? I might as well. In case anybody wants to see it. Since mobs drop little aspects, if I just stand here in the middle, you'll see little shadows here on the white floor. See them over there? Little circle shadows with little glowing white spots above them. Actually, some of them are white, some of them are red, some of them are green. It's all the various colors of the Thaumcraft aspects that wands can hold. And as you can see up in my top left corner of my screen, little green arrows saying it's going up. All those little dots are getting sucked up by my wand. And any wand you have in your hotbar will suck them up. And it'll do them in order. So this one's getting them all right now. This one's still idle, and so is this one. But once this one's full, it'll go on to the next two. All I have to do is stand here. My armor could take the damage. If you wanted to make this safer, you could make a box of... Let's try it. See if it does make it safe. I'll use these. Why not? Because I got a lot of them. I'll keep those on my hotbar. And actually, I want to keep that on my hotbar too. So... like that. Well, I can't do it with a lever there, but I can put the lever there afterwards, I think. I just have to crouch. Okay, there we go. That, and then put the lever back down. Yeah, it fits. You just stand inside here. I can raise it up. Oh, I just lost sound. I just lost game sounds. Let's see if I can turn that back on. There it is. Oops. Now nothing should... I don't think even the little slimes can spawn inside this space. Because I'm building on the inside of the block. But I think my wand is still going up. It is. So, yeah. Cassie's not here, Glenn. Just me today. So I can stand here and safely suck up my... refill my wands. And then when I'm done, I can flip the switch and the mobs will all stop. Of course, make sure you have flight to get out of here. Suppose you made that panel like 1 block thicker. You could jump onto that, and then maybe one up here that's 1 block thicker, and you could jump onto that. You might be able to sort of form a jump ladder back up. It's past her bedtime on a school night. But yeah, I don't need to do this right now. I don't need the magic at the moment. So instead, let's go and ritually do the final crafting. Where is it? Over here. Let's put some of this stuff away. Get rid of those. I gotta put some of the glass back. Put that away. Put the wands away. Actually, the wands don't go in here. They go in here. And I didn't get one of them. Come on, come back. Man, I really wish RF Tools would behave better when the tick rate is low. I hope that's been fixed in a newer version. Anyway, in here we can see I've got all the pieces of the angel ring. A diamond spike, I still had one. It actually had a whole bunch of enchantments on it, but I took it over to the Draconic Evolution disenchanter here and took them all off so I can put them on a different spike or something else later on if I want, since they would be lost in this recipe. Made the glider wings. They're easy, just dark steel and leather. Not bad at all. Resonant solar panels, I was making those out the wazoo before, so that's not a problem. I even have a couple of the purple ones. Glass. Yeah, I had some glass. Like I said, I made the cracked runic plates using the imbued slates and strengthened catalyst. I had iridium reinforced plates still, because I got a lot of those, because I was making them from UU matter. Nether stars, I still have a lot of those. Thermostatic harness I made. And then everything down here was just crafting. Lots of crafting. Nothing out of the ordinary. Just the usual mechanical crafting for simply jetpacks and gravitation suite. And then even the little smoke particles made out of pulverized coal. All that together, angel ring, which I can't use and don't need. So I'm going to stick it on the wall. Pop. There it is. Now, once again, I still don't know what happened to the creative... What was it called? Creative flux capacitor. I made one. Flux. It's not in here. It's not in any of my inventories. Oh, no, wait, there it is. I do have it. Good. I felt like I really should have it. So I'll put that up there. Creative. This is a creative tank. I got my creative energy cell. What was the other thing? Creative energy cell, creative tank, creative flux capacitor, angel ring. Why do I keep forgetting something? Tank, creative energy cell, flux capacitor, mana pool, thank you. The guilty pool. This little guy. Got that too. Got them all. And the the Icky wand. I've got the Icky wand too. Oop, I'm 10 short on XP. Oh, 1 short. There we go, back to 3,000. So, I'm done. Nope, you can't create the creative strongbox. That'd be nice to be able to duplicate anything in the game, but that'd be really, really, really OP. Unless it locked itself to the one thing you put in it, and then you couldn't ever change it. So yeah, I'm done. Alright, goodbye everyone. I'll start the music. No, I mean, because that was anticlimactic there, I want to finish off this maybe last episode, doing whatever you guys want. I can move all this stuff over, but that's sort of boring. I could rearrange all my Botania stuff to use the new guilty pool and talk about how to automate everything there without having to deal with mana production. What else have I been thinking about doing? I haven't researched the draconic reactor, but I could make one. Not going to blow it up. I don't want to damage the server. Other people are still playing. In fact, well, no. Toddy was on earlier. And Link was too. Never did do anything with these guys. Teleporting minecarts. Look how smoothly that's going. What's the TPS? Very bad. But that looked very smooth. Strange. I still have mushrooms in there. I should switch that to another ward because I was running low on it. Not that I need it now. James Noble, I've created lots of RF worlds. 2 strong boxes, 1 to dupe strong box, the infinite and everything else. There you go, Andrew. That's why the strong box is not one of the items you can make. Let's go check the demon invasion area. Not that any demons should be there. I know a little bit about railcraft gear, not a ton. I haven't done extensive work with it. Because there's always better options. I took down the block that was up here that runs the demon invasion, so it should have stopped. But it looks like it may have... No. I think it did stop. All this looks like the way it looked when I was last on. I don't see any significant new expansions. For all of this village, there were very few demons in it. That was very disappointing. It took forever to get enough of those crystals to do what I wanted. Though I did end up getting more than I meant. See, it makes a whole dire crafting table full of icky wands to craft the creative strongbox. Yeah. The icky wand isn't bad. But, like, make a frame of creative energy cells and... Yeah. Get an infinite magic. Yeah, I don't know how to have infinite magic. I don't think I can get that. Fudge. They don't have... I don't think we have fudge. I mean, you may be eating fudge, real life, but... Oh, no, you can make fudge. Chocolate caramel fudge. With chocolate and caramel. Who knew? Cocoa powder, butter. I can make chocolate-covered fudge. Chocolate caramel fudge. That could be my project now. Gear says, I want to learn more about railcraft, and you're quite the teacher since you taught me about AA2. I would have to research it a bit more to make it a good for tutorial purposes. Hello, Mr. Dr. Professor. So, any other suggestions as to what to do? Like I said, I haven't looked into how to make the reactor, so I would have to be switching off to a wiki page somewhere, checking on it all the time. Hey, this is still producing power. So that's probably not the best thing to do. Make fudge. Pam's Harvest Craft is always interesting. See, bakeware, milk, saucepan. I don't have a saucepan. See how fast I can do this. So I've got bakeware. Yes. Yes. But to make this, I need a saucepan. Make a saucepan. Milk, make butter. Do that. I don't have the tofu. I have the firm tofu. They changed the recipe at some point on the making the soft tofu. But you can also use heavy cream. That I think I can do. Then I can make the butter. The cocoa powder. The chocolate. And the caramel. Honey. Presser. Honeycomb. Apiary. I never did bees. Well, this is Pam's bees, but... So queen bee gives you honeycomb. That's it. Do I have any queen bees from Pam's? I do have a queen bee from Pam's. So I need an apiary from Pam's. Need more frames. Never done this. I imagine it needs to be outside. Put it over here by some flour. Toss that in. And I guess after a while it will produce honeycombs. New project, use transvector interfaces with advanced draconic relays to create on a creative energy cell. I've done that in a single player test world. It does work, but I'm not even I can't draw that much power with my big battery full, so it wouldn't actually ever light those up. But I had like 5 or 6 of them attached to one creative energy cell. It was pulling out a lot of power. That's one side of the cell filled with 2.3 trillion storages. Yeah. Alright, well, I'll leave that there. I assume it's working. Was there another fudge? Was there another recipe for it? Oh, there is. Sugar in a saucepan. There we go. There, I got fudge. Fudge isn't bad. Let's eat the fudge. That was good. Alright. Hello, Isaac. So, what else could we do? Could use the, let's get that glass back in place. Could use the RF Tools Builder to duplicate these glass boxes with the glowstone coming out of them. And attach them to all the other spots that need them. There's a lot of them. So that's a bit of a monotonous work. But maybe setting it up once. This one's taller. This one's higher than the rest. Can I just chop that off? Can't tell if I can cut this. Yeah. So actually all of them are one deeper than they need to be. This is a bettered one. You can see how it is. The actual 2 blocks of glowstone are over here. Oh, there's glass in there. How'd it get in there? Come here. There you go. So yeah, the glowstone is in those 2 pockets. And without these 2 blocks of glass, it flows out and up. But as soon as it does pass by, I lock it in with glass, and then that corner connection lets it sort of flow up, but it doesn't let it escape. Because the glowstone source blocks like to float upwards. Thank you, Hayden, if there was such a Best Streamer award, but I'm not the best streamer. I know that. I'm too half-hearted. There's my guilty pool. Everything else is empty. Oh, because this was busy making... Ooh, nice. Whole stack of Terra steel. Put that away. How'd the glass come back? This thing's being very flaky right now. Let's see, is there anything in here that was something I wanted to work on? There's a lot of junk in here that shouldn't be in here. Primal Mana. Ring of Protection. Come on. Come back. What's that? Electric meter from Railcraft. Got a lot of... Pass it, look at the mini-me. No, I don't see anything in here that looks like it was a project I meant to do and never finished. Just sort of random stuff in that page. Any other suggestions, now that the fudge has been made and consumed? Oh, Carl, take a break. Don't walk that many hours of my stuff. Automated orchid. The orchid is a botania flower that generates ores from stone. So you just have to place stone and it turns it into ore, if I remember correctly. That's not a hard thing to automate, but I definitely don't need it. I even took down the laser that I briefly had. But I still have in the basement of my base this huge collection of ores from when I was running quarries. I've never finished processing it or anything. Every now and then I'd come down and grab something, but I have as much as I need of just about everything. How much stone did I end up with? 10 million. Not bad. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. It's full. I switched it to be an AE system. Trash all these boots. It's got some books. Nothing much really interesting, just all the fish. Though sometimes the single... Oop, did not mean to just toss them on the floor. I feel like I'm cleaning out Amanda Marcos's closet. Yeah, sometimes these single-use... Where are they? Yeah, these single-use safari nets are fun. Let's go try some of those out. I learned long ago never to do them in your base. Let's do them here. Plump. It is a sheep. And it's another sheep. Penguin. Dog, wolf, cow, deer, another wolf, chicken, sheep. This is actually very tame bunch that I got. I like the penguin. I don't have any more safari nets, do I? Let's grab some safari nets. And more of the single use. See what else we get in them. Just for fun. Nope, don't need the seaweed. Let's go get that penguin before he despawns. Or falls into the cliff. Got him. Hey, you killing the sheep. You wolves. What was that? An invisible bat. It's an invisible bat. Strange. Okay, what else we got? Another deer, chicken, deer, slime. Oh, I killed just about everything. Chicken, cow, little horse. He's a little tiny horse. I want you. Horse. A few more left. It's a pig named Sheep. Seems pretty specific. Oh, I was wondering what that thumping was. Just the sky rolling over. And I think this is the last one. Another invisible bat. And a minecart with a hopper in it. Everybody dies. Mushroom, who just turned into floating mushrooms, because he's also invisible for some reason. I'll take the invisible mushroom. Two more. One. Maze slime. I'll grab him. And another sheep. Alright. That wasn't as exciting as I was hoping for. Sometimes you get live TNT, because that's an entity. Put some of this junk away. I got a cow mob soul. I'll put these... Oh, not in here. If they have stuff in them, they go back in that junk drawer. These can go in here. If it works. Where are the full ones? There's one. I guess the other ones didn't make it. Man, it's just flaking out here. You can't get them in. Oh, it may be full. That page was pretty full. Let's take out a diamond saw. Alright. Get max health, which is white hearts. I don't know any other way to get past the blue that I have now. Yeah, as real life says not possible, and Hayden said, that's why I said it. Because Hayden's being so helpful. Thank you. That was sarcasm. Thank you. New project, finish processing. Finish processing what? Oh, open the bags. I can open the bags. That'd just be crap in them for the most part. Alright, bag. Plastic. Safari net. Safari net. Put the empty bags in here. I might as well keep them. Can turn them into plastic too, but see what we got. I got a spyglass. Didn't know you can get those. Thought I was limited to straws and plastic and sand and pumpkin seeds. Another single-use safari net. More plastic. More plastic. This will actually do me for plastic for a while. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. Plastic. Actually, I should just do a channel where I do nothing but open up random stuff, because that's very popular on the internet. You know, opening up those little prize eggs or the blind bags for things and seeing what I get in these must tie into that same mindset. And at the same time, it's Minecraft. Best of all worlds. No, I'm not going to get anything useful, I don't think. Oh, lapis. That's different. And more. I got a whole stack of plastic and 12 more. That was worth it. Put all this away. 98765. Ta-da! Could auto-process everything from mining if you want to continue this series. That'd be neat. Not going to be doing much more with it. I could process it, but that's been done. I don't know. If that's what everybody wants to see, maybe I could do that. It wouldn't take long to set it up. Get every animal and mob. That's a lot. Including some of them are only like bosses. Best paid YouTuber opens Disney toys for a living. Yeah. That's what I mean, yeah. What will be your next series? I don't know, Isaac. There's going to be a short break because I have to get ready for a convention at the beginning of July. Hello, Mr. Lovey-Dovey. Or what do we call you? Kawaiisaurus. Kawaiisaurus. In his little aquarium there. Have I automated Awakened Draconium? I have. Where is that? It is right here. This is my automated Awakened Draconium system. It's not pretty, but it does work. And it's almost entirely Steve's factory manager. The heart comes out there. The TNT comes out here and is activated and drops. These four put out the draconic blocks and suck back in the awakened draconium, and this spits out the cores, which get held in the middle of these two conveyor belts, which protects them from the TNT explosion. You drop as many components as you want in here, and the Steve's Factory Manager program, which isn't that complicated, just 2 chains. Just a lot of put this in here and put this in here and so forth. It does one batch after another and puts the outputs in here. And this was set up to suck out the awakened draconium and send it back into my system. So I can come over here and drop the cores, the TNT, the hearts, the charged draconium in here, and it would do the rest. This chest was just to stop it from running a second time. It pulls that bricks out and sticks it in here. So that works. And if I ever got applied energistics over here, I could hook it up to this chest and it could dump ingredients in here and it would work just fine. And I'm getting a call, but hello? Hi, I'm streaming on YouTube right now, so can we talk later? Sure. Say hi to everybody.
Hi, everybody.
There we go. All right, talk to you later. If he logs in quick, he'll get to hear himself if he gets here before the delay. What else you guys saying? Get inventory pet mod and open Illuminati pet. Yeah, I can't add other pets to the server. Other mods to the server. Mentioned doing some tutorials next. Would be cool to see some of these inventions and the like. Yeah, I was thinking about doing not only just here's this mod and how you work it, and I do want to do those, but I might also say, all right, here's a way to, and just have a little tiny mini episode just talking about how to automate Awaken Draconium with Steve's Factory Manager, or do it with Applied Energistics, or do it with something else. Or how to automate living rock and living wood with turtles, or Steve's Factory Manager, or any other number of things. Or how to attach Applied Energistics to a runic altar, which this one is not currently attached, but all I have to do is hook up a interface to this, and it would be. Everybody's saying hi to you, but you're already off the phone. Oh well. Hey, Non, can you do a base showcase and then blow up your base? I'm not going to blow up my base until they're ready to take the server down. Just in case they want to do some sort of co-op. That way I can come back and still have all my stuff. But once they know that they're going to take the server down, then yeah, maybe I can blow it up. Though this is such a big structure, it's going to be hard to blow it up effectively without setting off a nuke in the center or something, and that's just a giant crater that slowly forms on your screen. Not all that entertaining to watch. Oh, I did put the plants down here for witchery. I've got like 20 of each sapling that I wanted, 20 of each, the basic crops, 20 of each flower. Actually, I'm sort of short on some of the flowers. 20 of each mushroom. All told, it was enough to... I made an extra redstone soup and stuck it in the chalice. That brought me up to 6,225. I've been higher, but that's good enough for just about everything I needed to do. Somehow I got a potato. Potato soup. No, I'll eat it. Nope, can't eat it. I'm full. Chuck it back. Gear says, I'm automated Awakened Draconium with AE2, but I think I'd rather be able to request more than one set of blocks at a time. This design will work with more than one set at a time. I guess we should test it out and make sure of that. Let's get a small AE system together. ME controller. Yeah, I thought I had a bunch of extras. Whoops. A crafting terminal. I've got some cable. I need an interface. I think that's all. Oh no, I need a CPU. Don't have any of those. Let's get some coprocessors. No, the crafting unit. The basic piece. Get 3 of those. Make a coprocessor. Actually, I didn't need the coprocessor. Make a just 4K. That should be enough. Did I don't have that? I don't have that. Storage. Craft one of those. Start. And I have the cables in here. If it'll give them to me. I think that's all I need. Which way? This way. No. This way. No. Gotta remember where everything is. Wow, I just went completely around the base. Fail. Alright. So I'll plop that down. Plop a cable here. Oh, I got dense cable. I just wanted smart cable. There we go. Smart cable. Smart cable. Put that there, and like that, sure. Oh, it needs power. Tesseract? Do I have a spare? No! Where can I steal a Tesseract real quick? Somewhere I don't need a Tesseract. This one I don't need. Perfect. Did I go around? Wait. I just must have flown over it. It's right over here. Yes, right over here. I really don't know where everything is in my base. Alright, that should be it powered up shortly. It's like doing power. Main power. Oh, send. I want to receive. Got a text message from the missus. Oh. Alright, there'll be a 30-second break here while I flip a breaker switch. I'll be right back. Of course, there's a lot of stuff in the way to get to the breaker today. Move that. Recycle. It's here in the room with me. Just gotta get over to it. Ah, yep, it's flipped. There we go. I'm on my way back. Almost there. Hello again. Alright, automate guilty pools. Automate the making of them? No, because you can't automate the Thaumcraft runic altar. Not without the mod Gatomancy. So there, that's done. This should now be powered. It's still not powered. Receive only. Oh wait, that's item mode. What am I doing? Receive power. There we go. Alright, so we need to create a pattern. So I got to go back. In the pattern maker here, we want to say to make awakened draconium, this guy, we need 16 cores. I think it's just the blue ones. Let's make 128 to take with us over there. What else? Oh, storage. Yes, I'll need some storage. You're right. I think I got a drive in here. I do. Storage. I have some housings. Let's just make a 4K. Stick it in housing. There we go. Actually, I think we can use this to make, yeah, one of these. I haven't made one of those in a while. Okay, so I've got oh yeah, I'm getting the materials I need. The cores, 128 cores. I need draconium blocks. We'll make so I'm making 16 4 8 32 of those. No. Oh, I'm really short on vibrant alloy. Yeah, I had to use a lot of that for that crafting stuff. I have 27. Energetic alloy, I've got 38. Just use it all. Some ender pearls. Actually, just make it 32. Cook that up. Split it in two machines. I had some in there. Become a vampire. Yeah. Yeah, the draconium needs to be charged. If we want to do it on that system, we can. Otherwise, I've got an automation over here. It could be put together. I'm not going to bother to because I got to leave some for you guys to do. Do I have enough now? I do. Start it. Take some over and get it charging. That just goes in there. If I had the one big AE system with all the materials and all the machines, it could all be done in one go, but the moment it's sort of scattered still. And that's worked well for me. The 10 are already charged. It charges them very fast. Look at that go. When I look at it, it stops. Is this the last episode stream? I don't know. I finished all the creative stuff, and that was my goal. Anything else will be icing on the cake. I might do another stream, or I might do an actual episode that's actually recorded offline. Maybe if I did a tour, I might do it that way. Haven't decided yet. Actually, how many hearts do I have? Hearts, 19. All I need is 8. 2 more. Okay, so with 8 hearts, 32 charged draconium, I need 8 TNT. Is that all it needs? That. I think that's it. It's gone over. No, wrong again. I really got to learn where everything is. It's over by the mobs. Okay. So let's stick this here and put a drive in it. Why can't I put the drive in? There it goes. So that doesn't take up another block space, but it only holds 6 instead of 10. Toss in all the materials. Okay, and then I need 4, 16, 1, and 1, and that's the recipe. I don't know, can this thing do up that much in a 16? No, I can't. Huh. Oh, that's crafting pattern. Let's see, can I do 16 like that? Okay, there we go. I thought I could do that. Actually, put that over here. And that creates, I need an awakened draconium. Can I drag that and drop it? Nope, not 64. Nope. Can I downgrade it? Yes. It's a slow way to do it, but it works. Without actually having any. There we go. So 16, 4, 1, and 1 gives you 4. Give me the pattern. Okay. Clear that. Back we go. This way. Aha, I remembered. Alright, into here, stick the pattern. Put these back in. And now, it should just work. Oh, no, wait. One thing. This is the important thing. This little button up here, blocking mode. The 2 arrows becomes arrows separated by a line. Do not push crafting items if inventory contains items. Right now it's empty, so it'll push one set. If I order like 4 draconic, no, I'd have to, let me order 8. I'll order 8. That's 2 batches. It'll only push enough into here for 1 batch. Then as long as this still has items in it, it will not push more in. But as soon as it gets the items, and this thing sees all the items, let's see, is this... Okay, that's picking up the results. This is looking for all the items, and these each have quantities. 4 of those. Go back. 16 of those. 1 of that. 1 of that. So as soon as all those are met, requires all, and then and only then will it move on. It will get the brick. It'll check to see if the brick is in the little chest. If it is, it's going to take, well, it's going to do the heart, it's going to do the TNT, it's going to do the cores, it's going to do that. It is actually missing a step. Let's add the missing step. And that is, it's got to move. Can we make this simpler now? Get an output or an input. So that's its input. So we get input and and an output. And then this input is going to go... Nope. Up. This input will take from the little tiny chest the brick, and it's going to output it into the diamond chest. So we add that to the line. That's important because that way when everything else has been taken out, the diamond chest is not empty. Because then the applied energistics thing won't push the next batch in because it sees that this brick is in here. But now when it finishes, and it does that by looking in one of the block gates for the awakened draconium, it then inputs from all 4 block gates whatever's in front of them and outputs that to the diamond chest, and then from the diamond chest it takes the bricks and puts them back in the little chest. That part I had. Surprised I didn't have the bricks over here, but now I do. Okay. I thought I did. Maybe they're over here? Oh, here it is. Yeah, I can't have it at the end. That's too late. So I'll just delete these. Yeah, I need it before it empties out the inventory. Doing it at the end might give the applied energistics time to stick something into there. Alright, well let's give it a try. Let's order 8 awakened draconiums. Aha, there it goes. Placing everything. Heart's been activated by the TNT. In a moment it will suck up the cores. There they go. Now it's charging up the blocks. And the bricks should be in here. Yep, they're the bricks. So this thing is still waiting to send out the next batch. It's got it held and ready to go, but it won't send it until this chest is empty. As soon as that explodes, these will get turned, they'll get sucked into the chest, and they'll get sucked out, and the brick went away, and look, there's the next batch. So there it is, completely automated and attached to an AE network. Works pretty well. It could be made a little bit more attractive, I'm sure. Oops, what happened here? How'd the heart get over? Oh, I have my magnet on. And the heart... Yeah. The heart got sucked up. So let's turn off my magnet. Spit these back out onto there. I'll need another TNT. Looks like I also need a hamburger. Cheeseburger. TNT. Alright, so I'll toss out the heart. TNT I'll just place by hand right there. That should activate the heart. There it goes. Yeah, I was standing over here when it dropped the heart, and my magnet pulled the heart towards me, and it got caught on the conveyor belt, which protects it from the magnet, but also protects it from the TNT, so it didn't activate. Yeah, I should break the flower that disables the magnet. Yeah, there it is. Fully AE2 compatible, even for large orders. Boom. And you probably don't want it to have it in the middle of the floor because it does damage you if you're nearby. And this glass is important because of the way... Well, actually, if I were to shift right-click... Why did it get a frame around it? Strange. That looks like Botania. Why is Botania... Weird. Anyway, you see when I shift right-clicked it, that little center circle... Excuse me, cough mute. That little center circle was sent to the bottom of the block. That will make it place the block directly above it, and I won't need the glass. So let me do that again. Get rid of these. Alright, so let's take these glass away now. Oh, no magnet. Now let's try it again. Order me up another batch, please. What's wrong? No crafting CPUs are available. Oh, because this sent the results into the main AE system, not into here. So it's still waiting for the 8. So this setup isn't completely viable. Yeah, there. Now they're being placed. Well, no, one of them is missing. Oh, because I broke one. Ah. Why does it keep doing that? So now I gotta reset the script. Yeah, this output inventory, probably that one. No, I need to look at them all now. Okay, that one. It looks like I got the right one. Is there any other limits on it? No. So that should be right. But over here, the input needs to add it into. That should be right. Let's make sure. Let's order it one more. Oh yeah, I need to kill the old one. Order one more. Start. Did I not hit start? Oh, there was the extra one in there. The one that didn't make it before. Yeah, now it's fine. So the glass is not needed there. This glass appears just to keep the heart from flying out of range and make it drop straight down. The water's there just to minimize the damage from the TNT so it doesn't break anything in the structure. All good. Yes, I knocked out the blockade. Login default, I am not still playing it. I am basically done now. This is like, if not the last episode, it is the last episode where I'm actually doing anything. And I've done the last things. I've got all the creative items now. So now it's sort of user requests. That's what I'm going to finish up this episode with, is user requests. I do like Steve's Factory Manager for some things. Placing things in the world, it's very good at. Especially drops. That's why I used it for this. So it can do drops, it can do object block places, it can do block sucks. And that's what this whole process is all about, is placing blocks and dropping items. So it's a natural for Steve's Factory Manager. It's also good for these placing of these blocks too. And if you haven't seen this, this is the Wither Factory. Put your soul sand and wither skeleton skulls in there, and the Steve's Factory Manager will automatically place them. And you can see we have the 4 bottom ones for soul sand, the 3 top for the heads, And then the wither forms and drops into this draconic gate, which transports it into the inside of this reinforced obsidian box, which is witherproof. This draconic mob grinder kills it almost instantly, and the ender collector sucks up the drops and sends them home via this modular storage link to my system. And it's currently being powered by a solar panel. Though it has run out of ender pearls. I never hooked this one up for permanent use of ender pearls, but that's okay. Ring back. Any other requests? Oh yeah, here are these are those demons from the demon invasion. When they die, they don't drop the crystals. They drop these demon crystals, which you're supposed to right-click and get the demon back, but they don't work. So I might as well just kill them. Oh, come on, die you. So even with the powered spawner, I tried with the Mind Factory Reloaded auto spawner. Tried it with the Ender IO. I haven't tried it with the Draconic because I haven't gotten a mob soul for one of them, because there just hasn't been enough generated by the demon invasion. Show the program for the wither. Sure. Starts with a condition looking for both soul sand and wither skulls in the proper numbers. 3 of those and 4 of those. And it's checking the 2 caches. If we do have those, from the soul sand cache, it gets 1 soul sand and puts it into one of the block gates. It then gets from the soul sand 1 more soul sand, puts it into the next block gate. This one. Does that 2 more times to get all the soul sand out. This was, I don't know if it actually does what I think it's supposed to do, but this is a delayed trigger for 5 ticks. Don't think I need it, don't think it works, but it's there. And then it goes and does the same thing for the skeleton skulls, getting 1 skeleton skull at a time and outputting it to the next 3 block gates. This was just, what was this? Oh, this is to clear. If for some reason it gets jammed, it will input anything that's in front of the block gates and output it into the 2 caches, but only when I connect it. So if it gets stuck with half stuff out there, I can connect it and it'll clear it. So really, it's very simple. It's just repeating a lot of the same steps over and over to make sure each one of these gets just 1 block. And as you can see, they don't have the little yellow circle in the center. I've shift right-clicked them to send the yellow circle to the back. That places the block directly in front of it. When the yellow circle is on this side, it tries to place it 2 blocks ahead of it, which it can't because there's glass, but that way, if there's a hole in the glass, it'll still work properly. Mamound Salama says, as I can understand your goals, we're making all creative items and draconium tools and automating everything, right? Automating everything that I needed to get me the creative tools. The 5 creative items and 6 if you add in the Icky Wand were my main goals. There was nothing really else. These just don't work, do they? There was nothing else that I really wanted to do. Or that was my goals for the series. I didn't have any other plans. Automating everything is something I've done before. I tend to only automate the things that are beneficial to my gameplay, like this. Doing these by hand is annoying. It's so much nicer just to dump all the ingredients I need in here and walk away. Or in this case, now I can order them if the ingredients are in here. Automating these two was important. Automating mana production was important. Automating blood magic, that was important. Automating these things was not so important because I didn't need to make tons of stuff with the alchemic things. You can automate these with a ritual. I've done that before. Basically, any automation I've done before in another series, I didn't bother doing, unless it helps, like automating the refill of water. Automating the placement of some of the items on this thing. It's only the ones in this line on both sides are the only ones that are hooked up to this chest. I mean, this thing automates itself. This thing is, just feed stuff in. What else? I did need a lot of these intricate circuit boards at one point, so I made up one of these little temporary automations just to do that. It did its thing. This thing doesn't need to be chunk loaded anymore. What else is automated around here? Mobs, those need to be automated in various types. We have a auto spawner, we have a draconic, and the ender IO. And the auto spawner is hooked up to this chest, so you put the safari net in there, flip the switch, it sends it down to the auto spawner, and after its warm-up period, it'll start spawning whatever it is. Flip the lever again, it brings the safari net back. Very handy, so they don't have to go in there. Since the safari nets are the easiest way to get mobs, this is the great way to churn them out when I need to. If I just need their drops, I will use the grinder that's over there that's on. But if I want to have a lot of them, because some of the things I generated I needed tons of, that's when the draconic is useful. So I would turn off the grinder and use this spike, which has the Reaper, I think, enchantment at max level. So it increases the chance of getting mob souls, which you can then use to reprogram this guy to different mobs. And this thing spits out massive amounts of mobs. So these three together, bare minimum of automation. This one used regular old grinders, and then these two I upgraded to the draconic ones because it covers the entire area, 9x9. So then you saw this. Yeah, that was it for the automation. Oh yeah, and then I did automate this because I know how. I did not automate this because I didn't really do that many apothecary type recipes. I built the frame to do automation for it, but I never actually did the automation. I think it has a reservoir. No, it doesn't use a reservoir. It uses, well, it does have a reservoir, but you can't hook a reservoir up to a petal apothecary, but two of these things with bucket of water that it then sends down, sends down here and refills. That does work. Tesseract is just to power these two guys. Once this bucket is empty, this will extract empty buckets and send them into here. This one will extract full buckets and send them back up. And it just clicks this thing to fill the buckets. So that's a way to automate petal apothecary refilling. And I was going to put a dropper up. Actually, there is a dropper, an open crate up there with some necessary stuff to automate this. But again, I've done that in other series, so until I needed it, I wasn't going to do it in this series. This was useful. Even though I haven't hooked it up to AE, I can come along here and drop all the ingredients in here. And as soon as I drop in the stone, the living stone, it will send everything up here except the stone. And then when it's ready, it drops the stone on top, activates it, and then sucks up all the results and puts them back in the chest. So it works very well. And I can close this panel now. Come on, pick up the panel. Pick it up. There you go. I was beaming into the side at one point. I was going to have it beam down from the top. Right now the... oh, cough mute. Right now it's got the vacuum hopper above to suck up the runes when they come out. I use the vacuum hopper because you can filter it so it wouldn't suck up the living rock, which briefly appears on top of the runic altar. I don't think some of the other item picker-uppers have filters like that. Like I said, this one needed to be automated. Again, just use Factory Manager. I turned it all off. It used the red net on a comparator on a pool to tell how full the pool was. That redstone signal goes into the Steve's Factory Manager, and it checks to see if it's almost full, or if it's less than full, then it gets some coal. I think it's like 24, no, 36. And sends it to the rapid item valve. And then it turns on an emitter to a level 8. And then this thing would check that redstone receiver that's right next to it. Let's see. So that's the receiver. And this is the emitter. Yeah. Receiver, emitter. So it gives us a signal of 8. And then it checks to see if the receiver is receiving that signal of 8. If so, it changes the emitter to 15. Now, all these are on triggers of like 10 seconds. 10 seconds. I think this one's also 10 seconds. No, 40 seconds. This redstone thing lets you control delays between threads. So by setting this to 8, just as this 40 is done, then sometime in the next 10 seconds, it may be 1 second, it may be 10 seconds, but sometime in the next 10 seconds, this one will trigger and set its emitter. And then sometime in the next 10 seconds, this one will trigger, and it's looking for the strength of 15. And then it'll do, what it does is it checks the rapid item valve for anything in front of it, picks it up and puts it back in the cache. And the only thing it can put in the cache is coal, so that's the only thing it'll pick up. And then it sets the same emitter back down to 0. So this, I mean, if you just use time triggers without these synchronizing emitters, then they might all go off at the same time. But by using the emitters, it forces it to wait a longer period of time. Because I wanted it to do is just spit out more coal than it needs to. Let all these guys suck up coal and activate. And then if there's any left over, it would suck it back into the system and not let it despawn. And that worked pretty well. And then I had tested in single player that this arrangement of endoflames could all see coal dropped here. And that this many was enough for 3 mana spreaders with these composite velocity potency lenses. So this is normally on there. And that just gets put into a mana distributor, and then some of them get spread across multiple bowls. And this last one is also using a comparator to automate this thing. it looked in its rapid item valve, so in front of it, up to see if any of those items are out there. If they aren't, if it's false, it used to check the redstone levels to see if the pool was half full. It had to be at least half full. If it was half full, then it would go ahead and check to see if the chest had all the items necessary for TerraSteel. If so, it would get one of each of those items and stick them out the rapid item valve. And then whenever it saw from the rapid item valves TerraSteel, it would pick it up and put it in the chest. Now I disabled the redstone check, so it doesn't care how much is in the mana pool. I did that only because I know how to create a mana pool, and I always have mana, so I can just let it run all the time. This was just a box to summon elementals and demons for blood magic. I showed off the calcinator and how to work it. This has got just a simple little computer program. Can I see that from here? No, I can't. Let me kill it. There it is. LS. Edit. Startup. Thank you. Nope. Edit. Startup. Autocomplete. There we go. It wraps the back and the top. The back of the computer, since it's facing me, is the pool, and the top is the monitor. So A is the pool, M is the monitor. It gets info off the altar, puts that in T. From T it gets the contents raw name, puts an L for the label, and then it just loops forever, getting the info off the altar, clearing the monitor, setting the cursor to the top, writing out the label, which is whatever the contents of the blood altar is, which is life essence. Moving to the second line, writing the amount of life essences in there, and the capacity with a slash between them. This dot concatenates the strings and numbers, and it sleeps for a second and loops again, and it never exits that loop. Always, when you do a loop, put a sleep. Otherwise it will stop because you're being too greedy. You don't need it to run that much. So now if I do Control R, it'll reboot the machine and restart the program. And so what you get is how much is in there right now and how much it holds. Very handy for doing your various recipes. And I fill mine up with, draconium drums. I use the super laminar fluid ducts to pipe it as fast as it possibly can take it. And I've given it as many, I've given it 15 of these Rune of Dislocations. I think it's 15. Yes. I think 13 is really all you need, but I have 15. And then a whole lot of these Rune of Accelerations so that it can transfer blood into it very, very quickly. And I had to give it some Rune of the Orbs to do the Draconic, and I still have some blanks that I could put like speed upgrades in to make it process faster. And some augmented capacity to increase. I do have some speeds. Not many. That's all the automation that needed. Let's see. Some of these rooms have stuff in them. Not this one. Hello, Wither. What was this? Oh yes, this I needed a whole lot of Potion of Swiftness too. So I just used the auto brewer here from Mind Factory Reloaded. Sort of temporarily off. I had a different brewing setup over here, actually using a brewing table and piping things into it. But this, I had forgotten about this thing. This thing works much better. It gets its water from the reservoir, And if you give it the ingredients and empty bottles, which I had over here, but since I had some still leftover water bottles from this side, I just attached that. And instead of putting bottles here, it takes the empty water bottles. If I put some more nether wart in here, it would run all the way up, and this is set to extract anything. Oh, okay. So it knows to only extract when it gets to here, the final product, and it sticks it into the deep storage unit. A perfect challenge for you, Non. Auto-spawn and auto-kill the Ender Dragon. You cannot auto-spawn the Ender Dragon, and any system to auto-kill it is going to be destroyed by the dragon as it flies around. I thought about putting a cluster of Draconic Evolution grinders all facing outwards in the dragon dimension, but the dragons would just fly through it and destroy it, and it wouldn't last very long. Power conversion, a RF capacitor bank running over to EV transformers with, I think there's one underneath. Yeah, there's one underneath as well. They have 5 attached, and then the 6th face outputs, I think 8,000. Yeah, fixed step up. It's not outputting really anything right now because nothing's running. I think they would put out like 8,000 packet size of EU. I also have some quantum solar panels attached. This was my mass fabricator, which I eventually turned off in favor of barrels of UU matter from a UU matter dimension, which sent it through this ender tank to making whatever I needed here in the replicator. I found anything I could make in here, I did. Unless it was ridiculously expensive and better off making something else. This thing just puts what you want to convert into it, like glowstone or glowstone blocks, and it converts through. It comes out down there. Very simple. Don't think I got anything else going on in these rooms. Nope. The only other interesting thing, which I can't get too easily here, is the creative energy cell. Cough mute again. With these guys set to 5x transfer, which you can see in the lower right. Input 5x transfer, which means they're inputting power into their network, so they're sucking it out of here. And because they're 5x, they're actually pulling it out 5 times faster than the 100,000 this thing allows. So it's actually pulling out 500,000 on each of the 6 sides. Their beams can go through blocks. Oh, that was not a good one to break. What do we got here? Nope. And there. And there. And there. Alright, fixed. Let's do it over here. Fly too fast to get through holes like that. Yeah, it was just all the micro blocks to make this border around it. And then they beam up to the 6 of these things I've got up here. Well, there's 5. Where's the 6th one? Oh, actually I only have 5. This one does double duty for the top and bottom. Yeah, see, it says connections 2 of 4. And these are all 5x output, so they're outputting that same high speed. All that flows through these cryo-stabilized flux ducts, which are unlimited in their capacity. And that all goes into the energy pylon, which sends it into the sphere here. Looks like a little bit is flowing in. Tiny little bit is being beamed up, just to keep my basic machines running. I've never seen all 5 beams active. Well, it's technically 6. Except when I was filling this thing. Up here we've got the energy pylon set to output. It's connected to my tesseract, so it goes to anywhere that needs power. And it also wraps all the way around on all 5 sides, all 6 sides. The builder here, which currently is powering Demonopolis. I think it's time to put the dragon dimension back in, because I don't need the demons anymore, and someone may want dragon. I'll just hang that on the wall. So the dragon dimension is now repowered. Yep, it's sucking up the power. That should activate. Yeah, look, the beam's thicker now. Still just one beam, even for all the powering of a dimension, which is sucking out a lot of power. How much is it sucking? Can we tell? It's done. It's taken 91,000 a tick. So this is 91,000. And that's still only one of the 6. So alright, well, that's everything here. Tickle in the throat. Let's see, what are we doing for time? We still have some time. All the automation in here is all just sort of one-shot. Various chests going into various machines, so I can just dump a bunch of stuff in there and let it run. Everything has an output that goes into a common line that eventually comes back into the AE system, which has been growing here in this wall. When I was doing fortuning on my ores, I would bring one of those, one of these caches up, hook it up with a pipe to this guy, and it would fortune the ores using mob essence, and it would also output it back into the AE system using the import bus. Looks like I was... Oh yeah, I had 5 of them up here. I was doing all the crystal shards. They were all outputting into this chest, and then the chest was sending it into here to be fortuned. So that's how I got all my large numbers of shards, 13k, 10k, etc. That's how I would automate my ores. If I just need a little bit, I'd come and toss it into the smeltery here, which is very tall. Goes all the way down to the downstairs floor. And it would automatically pipe out, in this case, to make gears, but I could also have it make ingots or blocks of ore. Or put a barrel up here and pipe out liquids. Thank you, real life. Direwolf and Soren automated the smelling and killing in their Infinity Skyblock. Spawning and killing for what? Dragons? Spawning dragons? Is that what you're talking about, Gear? Wait for the delay. This thing is powered, but it's not automated. I know it's possible to automate it. I know Brink did an automation of it. Even with all 6 active, you can still teleport items to the inside. Oh, somebody was saying to make this thing. I did make it. And I did upgrade my Draconic Staff of Power with a full 12 in damage. So it does 320 damage. That's all I've used it for. Gear says yeah. So if they were automating the spawning of dragons, they must have been using the ritual, which is an expensive way to spawn dragons. The ritual in the end. I guess you could set up a... That way you know where it's spawning. You could set up a draconic grinder right there, aimed at the spot where it spawns. Yeah, it'd be an expensive way to do it, but you could do it. Trapped it with a spike. You can trap a dragon? I don't think you can trap a dragon. I don't know if Skyblock is different or not. Got all my books, my duplicating press, various other materials I'd collected lots of at some point or another. Even some early ores that I had. Don't know what else to show off. I was semi-automating this thing. I was making a lot of the irradiant uranium. And that takes uranium and glowstone. So I'd put, I'd fill one of these things up to a certain amount with uranium, one of these up with glowstone, and stick them down. And the pipes would just pipe it all in here. Take this out. The output into this chest would get sucked up and sent back to my system. Why is there missing a laser there? I've got 2 racks of lasers since they can shoot through themselves. 2 on top and bottom. Can't automate this. Put the glowstone away. Yeah, this has been a fun pack. Automate the fissure. Dragon can now be reopened. Oops. Whenever I'm not powering the Dragon World, I close it off to let people know it's not safe. But when it's powered, I open it up. And I might want to disconnect this, so nobody accidentally goes to a unpowered dimension. Didn't use this for much. I did run my quarry in the Nether for a little while, but I never really used any of these ores, except the glowstone for a while. The overflow, whenever it hit a mine shaft or something, all that stuff would come in here. The witches, back when I was doing all of my mob spawning here, I've taken a lot of the... Excuse me, cough again. Taken a lot of the drop chests that were down here and used them for other things. But these witch spawners were my main source of mob essence for a long time. The grinder would get the drops and pipe the mob essence over to a drum that was over here. That would power the auto spawner. One good thing when you're running an auto spawner, just so that things don't get out of hand, is to use one of these. This is a mob counter. It has no GUI, but you aim it in the direction and it outputs a redstone signal based on how many mobs it sees. Right now this lever is overriding it, forcing it to be all lit up. But when you see one mob, this would be lit up. 2 mobs would go here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. After 12 mobs, it would activate this torch, or deactivate this torch, which would pull this piece of conduit down with the sticky piston, disabling the spawner, cutting off both its power and its mob essence. That way it would never run out of control. I had a lever to open and close this door. The door leads down to a little spawner. Ooh, look, it's filled with blood, I think. Let's go down there. Which block is this block? No. This block? Where's the controller? Oh, there it is. Oh. It's got 36 emeralds and some blood in it. Let's bring the emeralds to the bottom so it gets pumped out. I have that over here filtered. There was a clock mechanism that I have disabled that would pump out a little bit of the gold and then pump it back in. That would cycle the materials around so that eventually the liquid emerald would be on the bottom. If it pumped the gold out, it would put it on the top. And then the emerald would be able to pour out. And when the gold got back down to the bottom, when the timer went off, it would move the gold back to the top again. The blood has been building up just probably because bats were spawning in there. And I don't have anything processing the blood. Lava fabricator creating lava to power it from power. 65 blocks of emerald. Not bad. I'll take them. I'll leave one. Pop that in the system. They trapped the dragon with a Thaumcraft item. Ah, okay. Grinder doesn't hurt dragon. They used a draconium bow and an autonomous activator. Ah. Oh yeah, Skyblock's got the, what's that mod called? Latin, I think, isn't it? Or pseudo-Latin. Since I know you're a big fan of Mechanism Non, I was curious if you've tried the new V9 with its turbine. What do you think of it? No, I haven't tried any of the new mods. I've been stuck in this pack, playing nothing else. See the bees do anything? Oh, wow, yeah, we got lots of bees, or honey combs and honey, and one bee grub, which I have no idea what to do with. Uses. Ah, mix it with royal jelly, and you get another queen bee. The royal jelly queen bee turns into royal jelly? Or used up bee? Is this bee used up? Royal jelly at 0 durability. So if I craft it, I get royal jelly. And then I craft the royal jelly with the grub, I get a new queen. And you put the queen back in. I see. Alright, so that's how it does its bees. Yep. So I got some honeycomb. Alright, any other requests for... That's the tour of all my stuff for the most part. Don't know what else to show. I did automate the manufacture... Oh, Toddy was on the game. I didn't notice. Of Awakened Cores and Wyvern Cores, though I've lost the second creative tank I had here. This was attached to AE. AE would drop these guys into this chest, which would pull them out and stick them in the proper table. And then as soon as that happened, these would start pouring liquid in because they're set to orange. And then the bottom was set to pull out the final result. So those could be ordered from AE. The fluid pipe's on top. I can just stick another tank on here to change whatever its contents is. So I could probably automate it with just one, I think. Nothing much going on there. Automating the energy infuser is just a matter of making it insert and extract. I didn't even have to put any filters on anything. I did put a filter so it'll only extract the charged draconium block, or it'll blacklist the charged draconium block. So when they come back to this chest, they stay there. That's it. Blow your base, start a new series. Yeah, I'm not going to blow it up, as I said, because other people are still playing on this server. They may do a co-op and ask me to come back, even after I've stopped playing on the server. And I want to be able to do that. So I'm going to leave everything as is. Oh, I forgot about this. The automation of the inscribers, which is a whole lot of very simple. Move the redstone. As you can tell, this was when my R key wasn't working. I don't know why. Silicone. Oh, I just did it because Edstone, Illicone. It puts the redstone in a certain one, puts the silicone in certain ones. It's all just put stuff in the various places. Very simple scripts. These things were set to, were they programmed in here too? Nope, no, I guess not. Oh, maybe down here. Yeah. This was for charging the Certus quartz. Put uncharged Certus quartz in this cache, and it would turn it into charged Certus quartz. I'll put it over here, which sends it back into the system. And you can see I've got a lot of printed silicone pre-made. I dumped a bunch of silicone and redstone in here, so it's pre-made the printed silicon. So it's ready to make more circuits as it needs. Now, can I send you a link to the automating of the dragon spawn and killer from Soren's Lives? You're welcome to, but I don't need to automate it. Max out your XP. I think it is pretty much maxed out. It's not letting me get more than 302 at the moment, which is why I've been keeping it at 3,000. What in the world, says Hayland coolly. What in the world? Which what? These were all my notes for which machine it was the best for processing various stuff, because I would always forget. Got my pingot. Gotta have the mascot pingot, or my daughter would be very upset. That's a pig iron ingot. Isn't it cute? The creative stuff. Tame the Wither Boss, you say. You say, tame the Wither Boss. That sounds very difficult. I wonder how you go about doing... Oh, wait, I've already done it. I have tamed the Wither Boss. Helen says, what is that? What is which? You're going to have to be more specific, because I'm moving around and there's a delay. So yeah, I've got a tame wither over here. His name is... I keep forgetting what his name is. Kawaiasaurus. He is the Kawaiasaurus. He just lives there in that little fish tank. All the computers. Computers. If you mean in the floor... Alright, here. This stuff over here These are inscribers from Applied Energistics. All these dark blocks are cable for the Steve's Factory Manager, which has the flow charts that take things from inventories. Actually, I'm using variables. The chest. And out getting the redstone from a chest and outputting it to the logic assembler, the calculator assembler, and the engineering assembler, which is where redstone is needed. Silicon goes to the same things. Everything goes to the right spot. And by using variables, if I break something, I don't have to do all the reprogramming. I just have to fix the variable. Yes, to make the tamed wither, you need the pinkinator, which I used both of. I wonder if the one is still in town. I left a pinkinator wandering around here in town. Or a tamed wither. He seems to have wandered off, I guess. I don't see him on the radar. Besides putting him in a glass box, I really didn't have any way to trap him, unfortunately. And still have him on display. Let's see, is that him over here? Something's over here. Nope, I don't see him. There's another unknown icon over here. Don't see him here either. Yeah, I guess he wandered off or despawned or something. There's a red icon over here. Nope, disappeared. Oh, not there. Oh, there he is. He's still around. There he is. Yeah, hello. You gonna come follow me? Or are you gonna get stuck there? I guess you're stuck there. That's fine. So he wandered a little bit away from where I made him over here. But he's still in town. But yeah, I use a pinkinator. Pinkinator. That's it. You can't craft it. I got mine from killing Gaia spirits from Botania. Am I an engineer? I am a programmer by trade. So, yeah, it's sort of programming with blocks. I'm not bad at automation. Alright, well, we're at the 2-hour mark. Is there any final requests anybody has? That doesn't take more than 2 minutes. I think the base finally came out good. It's not finished, but it's so close to being finished, I'd be happy to walk away from it. I don't have all the glowstone beams active. And I don't have all of the ramps. Like that one down there. So I don't have them over here. But I think everything else is finished in it. Came together nicely. Bottom's a bit ugly, but it usually is. I like burying things in the floor. It makes the interior so much cleaner than having a big pile of stuff right here. Having the whole altar buried is nice. Make a friendship with Herobrine. Yeah, I don't know how to do that. Glad you like the base, Muhammad. I think it came out pretty good. I still really like these hallways because of this little twist in the floor and the long ramp. I really like how that looks. It doesn't look Minecraft-y. It looks better from the top. But I like that. And the windows into the surrounding chambers. And underneath. You can see one of the mob spawning boxes with the fans around it over there. Alright. Well, if that is it, and anybody doesn't have any other questions, we will wrap it up right here. Give you a chance for any other questions. Stretch, I need to go get some dinner. Excuse me. Been a long day. Yep, it's nighttime now. Not for very long. So yeah, let's cue up some music. There we go. So, I hope everybody enjoyed this series, if there isn't another episode, which there might not be, but who knows. Might come back and do a little bit more. But we got the big things done, and that was the important part. So, this is Nonsanity, signing out, perhaps for the last time this series. Take care, be good, and see you next time. I'm getting dizzy. I'm getting dizzy. Oh yes. Cut to green screen. And now randomly talk about something as if the microphone was off. It's not as much fun without my co-host. I don't have her to talk to. I'm talking to myself.